everyone. Welcome to your Sacred Pause. Happy Wednesday for those of you that are joining live with me. My name is Val, and I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to my playground in my living room where I like to roll and hang out with my weights and trampoline and things like that. And greetings from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. For those of you that don't know, I'm just going to talk to you while you're getting prepared to just sit for a little bit. And what we're doing is we're giving ourselves the opportunity to get comfortable and familiar with slowing down, with a pause, with a moment, that it's safe to slow down and it's safe to be still. And it's safe to pause and pour our attention on ourselves for a moment where we just draw our energy back in. And for me, this is powerful because what it helps me do is it helps me become aware. It helps me become aware of who I'm being as I move through life. In my over 3-decade career as a spiritual counselor, coach, a healer, and working with people and their bodies and a channel, I've discovered and collected a lot of tools along the way, and I find value in learning about the science behind things and the why in the sense of the understanding behind things. And when we have been perpetually doing something, a pattern, or had certain thoughts over and over again, is they become hardwired in our body, in our minds. So if we keep thinking a thought over and over, like there's not enough money, there's not enough time, there's not enough, and we continue to create that and generate that thought, over time what happens is that it gets locked. It's like a road you've been driving down, a dirt road you've been driving down for years, that you eventually start to get grooves in the road where the car just naturally falls into that. And then what happens is we keep thinking those thoughts, and we start to, because what happens is we think a certain thought and chemicals squirt into our brain, and then they go down our cerebral spinal fluid. So we start to feel feelings associated with those thoughts. And we feel feelings associated with those thoughts become familiar, the feelings become familiar. And then what happens too is our bodies, because there's no separation between the mind and the body and everything is energy, the body starts to hardwire it in too. So we start getting comfortable or familiar. It might not be comfortable, yet familiarity creates a semblance of comfort. So there's now a familiarity in our bodies of this certain way of being, which was all generated from a thought. And so for me, since we have over 60,000 thoughts in a day, I have found it's profoundly useful to pause my life, draw my energy back in, and just decide how I want to, hello Monica, how I want to look, what preference I want to have about what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing, what ideas, what thoughts would want to have now about who I am now in present time, instead of just automatically, right? If we have over 60,000 thoughts in a day and most of them are on repeat, most of them are unconscious, most likely I'm going to keep falling back to those thoughts. So unless I create some time and space to slow down and to become more familiar with new thoughts, in turn, new feelings, in turn, new sensations in my body, and I train myself like I were going to the gym each day to get more and more comfortable and familiar. And so before we drop in, let's just go ahead, find a seat. And if you find that your hips are higher than your knees, I frequently remind you of this because it's so useful. I'll say it over and over, and I'll watch people and they won't do it. All of a sudden they'll do it and they'll go, oh my God, this is so much better. So you just place your tush right on the edge of a pillow or a blanket or a towel and roll off the edge of it. If you roll off the edge of it just slightly, it just allows your whole body, instead of doing this like a catcher's mitt, it just goes whoo, and it releases. And we settle, and we allow our hips to get heavy, and our body to receive and slow down. So let's get into the body and the breath a little bit, and then I'll go into a little bit of a story. And the reason why I tell story is for you to listen to it as if you were looking through my story from a bird's eye view. Because as your brain waves slow down and you allow yourself to come into your breath and into your body, you have greater capacity to open to something new. The brain waves go from high beta to beta and then start to slow down to alpha. And that's where we start to be open and receptive. Now we're in a place to grow, to learn, to explore, to do new things. Yet if we're in survival, that high beta, we're not in a place to grow and expand. It's not a place to digest and rest. So take a deep breath through your nose. Exhale it out. 2 more like that. Inhale. Through your mouth. 1 more. Sigh it out. Release your jaw. And if you feel comfortable enough, soften the windows of your eyes. Allow yourself to turn your gaze inward. And start to allow your breath to become more internal. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. And we're not doing anything, changing the breath. We're not bringing any breath in. We're just simply becoming aware. And as you start to allow the rest of your life to become dim, like a dimmer switch, just slowing down, where the light now pours on you, keep your attention on your breath as it comes into your body. And witness it as it comes into your body. Experience it as it comes into your body. And notice where it naturally goes. And witness where maybe it's a little constricted, tight. Maybe it's not going to certain areas, and all I want you to do is just bring a little breath there. Remember, your mind is a beautiful tool, and right now we're giving it a little break. It's on a break. And all of your attention goes to your beautiful breath body, your physical body, your sensing body. And we start to breathe, getting familiar now that it's safe to slow down. It's safe to pause. It's safe to breathe. So take a deep breath into the back of your heart. Through your nose, let it out. Again, into the back of your heart. Through your nose, exhale it out. And now become aware in your seat of your hips. And almost imagine like 2 hands, just place their hands right on the outside of your hips and just draw your hips down. If you want, you can even place your hands on your hips just to feel that attention. And bring your breath right deep into your hip, where your hip meets your thigh. And allow your tailbone to descend down, down, down into the earth. Exhale all of your breath out. And bring the breath in through the feet. Let the breath go up your legs, through your knees, through your thighs, right up to your hips. Hold the breath there and feel the breath as you contain the breath, holding right in that area. It's soft, and it's a slow exhale through your nose, down through that whole pelvic region, down through your legs, down the knees, down the shins, out through the feet. A nice slow inhale through your feet, up your legs, your knees, your thighs, right into that hip and then pelvic bowl area, right in there. Hold the breath. Slow exhale through your nose from the pelvic area, down the hips, through the thighs, through the knees, the calves, the shins, the feet. Slow inhale. Fill yourself up, letting it go through your legs, through your hips, to your pelvic bowl, right there. Hold the breath. Gentle exhale through the nose, keeping the attention on your breath, going down and out through your legs. And this time on your inhale, all I want you to do is inhale an energy you want to experience more and feel it in your body. Go ahead, inhale. Bring that breath, maybe it's health, maybe it's vitality, maybe it's inspiration. Bring it into your bodies, up your legs, up through your thighs, up through into that hip area, right to the pelvic bowl, and hold. Hold it. Stay relaxed in the hold. And now down through your hips, down your thighs, your knees, down through your shins, all the way out your feet. Let the breath go, let the breath go. And a nice inhale, slow, the same energy, let it build and get more familiar with that energy now. Let yourself get familiar as you feel it and sense it move up your legs all the way into that pelvic bowl. And once you're there, hold the breath and stay contained, stay relaxed. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself full of this energy that you're deciding you want to feel. Hold the breath, stay there, stay relaxed. Slow exhale, nice and slow, take your time. There's no rush, there's plenty of time. Take your time, all the breath out, 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 all the breath out. And one more time, deliberately take that energy in, take the breath in, stay with yourself as you allow it come up your legs, all the way up into that pelvic bowl. Once you're there, and hold it. This is the life force energy. Hold it there. Stay sustained, stay contained, stay relaxed. Hold it there. You've got this. Now stay relaxed as you exhale. Let the breath go down, let it spill out, let it go, let it go, let it go. Focus on that exhale, focus on the exhale. Full space to release, full space to release, full space to release. And now allow your breath to spill free. Stay relaxed. Stay with yourself. Remember, all we're doing is simply becoming familiar and more comfortable with slowing down. Space. There's more than enough time. Breathe that into your body. There's more than enough time. And just notice if an area of your body is unwilling to allow that in, and see if you can just bring a little breath there. Just a little breath. Nothing to think about. Just simply breath. And as you stay with me, again, listening to my brief story as if you were looking at your life from a bird's eye view, just see what lands, see what resonates. Take what feels true or good or makes sense to you, and then go ahead. And if not, you just let the rest go. So I recently gave up an addiction of about 40 years of gum chewing, incessantly. I was going through like 25 pieces a day, habit, a pattern that slowly built over time. And like a fish in water, how do you tell what it is? If it just keeps doing it every day, it just becomes part of what it is. And when I noticed how it was wreaking havoc in my life, I decided one day to quit cold turkey. And in doing so, because there's no separation between the mind and the body, like I said in the beginning, what I started to notice was I became super aware of how often I moved through life with tension in my jaw, how much I lived life gripping in my jaw and holding in my jaw. And as I allowed myself to sit with it instead of just self-soothing the way that I did, and I breathed, and the more I became familiar, I was so aware of, wow, this stuff happens all the time. This need to grip and control. If I'm not, then I'm not safe. Or if I don't, then it won't be done, or anything. And around time, around pushing, around making, around forcing. And I've been retraining my body that it's safe. to relax. It's that I know I'm okay, that I can take care of myself. And so I can say that to myself with my thinking. Yet unless I get my body on board and the emotions behind it on board, I'm just going to keep doing what I've always done. And so it's also allowed me to meet these parts of me that maybe feel like she has to push and force and make, or feels that if she doesn't, then she's not safe, or feels that there's not enough time and gets lost in the illusion. And then those moments I go, hold on. Let me just breathe a little breath. Let me remember what it feels like to feel safety in my jaw, in my body. So feel that in your body, somewhere in your body. Somewhere in your body that's been gripping. Just patterned, just pick something up along the way from your role modeling as a child, or maybe a certain way you learned how to provide for yourself. And all we're gonna do just for a few more moments is bring a little breath. You've slowed down your mind, you've moved from high beta down and lower into beta or maybe alpha, maybe even lower, and you've allowed yourself to be more open. So now in this open energy, let yourself create something new. And stay with yourself, even if a part of you goes, I don't want to believe it, I don't believe it, I don't believe it, there's not, I feel the pull, I feel the pull, I feel the pull. Stay. Breathe. What if something else were possible right now? What if something else were available right now? And feel that. Feel that in your body. And if there were one energy you'd want to pour into this restricted, constricted area of your body, what would that energy be? I know for me, I want to breathe in the energy of trust. Trust. So feel that feeling that you're evoking. Feel it into your body, in that area. And as you do, allow certain thoughts to come through that if you were walking through life feeling this feeling, what would you believe? There's more than enough time. I'm always provided for. I'm safe. It's safe to be me. It's safe to move slow. Breathe it in, whatever it is for you. I'm just giving you ideas. Just a few more breaths here. If you feel yourself allowing some emotions coming through, let yourself emote. It's just energy and motion. Let it just move through you. If it comes in the form of water out of your eyes, let it. If you're finding yourself want to make sounds, if you find yourself wanting to organically move, just enjoy. Just a few more moments, just enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Feeding and filling yourself. Not waiting for an external. Not one day when. Not if they would only. You're meeting yourself. Offering it to yourself. A few more breaths. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And now let's anchor it in with just a gesture. I'm going to bring my hands onto my hips, my upper thigh area to really ground it in, maybe even to my pelvic bowl, and just ground it in. You can place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. You could hold yourself in an embrace, whatever it is. You may be invited to move it. I want to place one hand on my sacrum, my lower back, and one right on my pelvic area. Just hold yourself in that energy, in that feeling, in the softness. And remember this feeling. Imprint it into your body. Remember the thoughts. Remember the emotion. Remember the feeling, the sensation in your body. And And before we complete, just in your own way, just thank your body, this beautiful temple that you walk around in all day that performs beautifully without you even thinking about it. Thank you, body. And if your eyes aren't open yet, just release your hands from wherever they are and just gaze up slowly and just look around the room and find a few things that you can name out loud. Plant, pillow, chair, just bringing yourself back. And before you move forward, just take a few conscious breaths and remember this pause. Remember that in this moment, and take something with you. Take something with you. Give yourself a beautiful gift. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, these are live every Wednesday. And also, I'm going to be holding a live call at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on the 26th of January, and it's about this collective that I'm beginning in February. I'm so excited about it. It's a cohort coming together to do this kind of embodiment work together, to grow, to really embody it, moving from the head into our beingness, and coming together as a tribe to be seen, to be celebrated, to witness, to hold. I'm in one right now with my coach, and I love it, love it, love it. It's so nurturing, and I want to offer the same. And then I'm also launching something smaller for just a few women. It's 8 women, and this is a more deeper dive into the evolution, and in this lifetime being a female and working with those energies, all different layers. So we'll be doing a call on that as well. So stay in touch. Find my information on my website. Stay in touch as you want. Reach out with you if you want with any questions. I'm so grateful. See you next Wednesday. And this beautiful work that you've done for yourself, I honor you. I honor you because in my opinion, this is what the world needs. When we raise our own vibration, we are the contribution in the world. So thank you for contributing your energy, your time. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely day.